Hi everyone, this is a pick a card reading. I would say it's a pretty accurate AF singles reading, and I really feel the energies of it, so I wanted to do this again because I've already done one which is very similar, so I wanted to do another one. And we're going to see who's coming, when is this person coming, what messages do we have. It is for those of you that are single, and we will see. All right, we will see. Yeah. So we've got here a brand new setup, lots of beautiful crystals to ward off any negative energies. All right, some of you may feel like you have blockages maybe, and you just feel like, okay, like who is coming? And if there are people around you, you might be like, why are they just so not for me? So I put as many crystals as I could find in this in this reading for you. We're going to ward off all the energies, open the heart chakra, feed lots of positive energy, see what's coming through just for you. Okay, so we've got group one here. This is a citrine, or yeah, I believe that's how you pronounce it. So this is group one with this little star here as well. We've got group 2 here with this crystal and also this one as well. We've got group 3 with the same crystal combination but a different deck. So whichever one you're most drawn to, that is going to be the reading for you. Check out the timestamps in the description box below. You can click on it. It will take you to the reading that you would like to watch. And down below is also my Etsy store where I sell some beautiful items, including crystal pendulums. This actually is like a 2-in-1 because you can use this bit, which is detachable, as a bracelet, or you can actually wear this around your wrist, and then you can also put like a chain through this and wear the actual pendulum as a necklace. It's like a 3-in-1 or 4-in-1, but it's also a pendulum as well, and it's got the chakra colours there as well. So I sell pendulums. There's also letters and charms. There's crystals on there. There's beautiful bracelets and necklaces, anklets, face masks, etc. So, definitely do check out my Etsy store if anyone is interested. Link is down below. There's embroidered cards which you can put under your pillow, in your wallet or your purse. There's tassels and pom-poms and beautiful items. So that's on there. And also, if you want to see how people have seen results with these items, check out the review section on there. If you'd like to win a free reading, check that out as well in the description box, which is just below the title of my video, not the comment section, description box. And also private paid reading information is also there as well. They're done within 24 to 48 hours. So yeah, everything is in the description box. Okay, so let's start first of all with group number 1, which we have here. I'm just going to push this back a little bit, and let me very carefully move these to the side without dropping any of these crystals, because that would not be fun for your ears, trust me. Not on this really like hard wooden table. It would be very loud. So let me just do this. All right. Just move this like this. Actually, I'm going to take this out. Alright, group number 1, let's have a look and see what messages we have for those of you that are single. Let's see who's coming, when are they coming, additional messages in regards to that whole situation. Alright, so you have chosen group 1 with this crystal right here. Let's put that right there, and then also the star with this beautiful pink that's running through. It reminds me of like flowers with leaves. It's the kind of vibe that I see. They're so beautiful. Alright, so let's just put those right there, and let's have a look what the messages have for us, cards have for us. So let's have a look. Who's coming? When is this person coming? I'm also going to do a charm reading as well, and we're going to get lots of oracle cards out on the table. Wow, look at that, 2 of Cups. Okay, so who's coming? Well, from this, I would say someone very, very loving, very kind, very caring, very mutual, all right? So someone who would reciprocate your feelings, or at least be very mutual towards you. They would have the same kinds of feelings. Does that make sense? You know, when you feel something towards someone, they would feel the same way towards you. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? I would say yes. I'd say that that's really nice. We've got here the Knight of Swords. We've got the Moon. Pisces, by the way, energy is coming through here. Got the Sun. Moon and the Sun, see, very balanced as well. That's coming through. Very emotionally in tune with themselves. I feel like they're a very intuitive soul. Again, this person gets on very well with you because they have some of those very similar qualities that you have. And when someone has very similar qualities to you, they can have similar values, and that in turn means that they can understand your values. They can understand why you would feel a certain way about things, the importance of your emotions. So it goes to show here that there are some good similarities here. Of course, they're not like the same as you, because that wouldn't happen anyways, right? No one can really be 100% the same as you, but they are very similar in the sense of how they process their emotions, how they speak about their emotions, how they respect people. They're very similar in regards to you, so that's great. This is so nice. This is so nice. You know, there's a reason I put all these crystals here. I was like, you know what? I know that some of you are stressed. I know that some of you are thinking to yourselves, Moonlight, my love life, it just doesn't come together the way I want it to. Are there some blockages around? I need to know, Moonlight. Can we get rid of these blockages? I tried with all of these crystals, okay? So far, good stuff on the table. So we've got the 7 of Cups here as well. Okay, and sometimes it is timing, and it can take time, right, for things to happen the way that we want it to happen. So 7 of Cups here is also about your manifestation. It goes to show actually that this person really thinks in very similar ways. So you might be thinking about your future and sort of fantasizing, and you might be just so hopeful. Shows here that the other person is also very, very hopeful, likes to fantasize about things, likes to fantasize about moving in and having a loving relationship and connection and someone to really enjoy life with. Then you've got the 9 of Wands as well. Okay, wondering, pondering, contemplating and thinking. This person seems to be someone who thinks about things before they before they speak, thinks about things before taking very quick action. So they process things very, very well, and they don't take forever to process their emotions and their thoughts, which is good because they don't keep you hanging. That's one thing that is very important, I feel, for you, right? Is that you kind of need someone who's going to tell you how it is, but not give, you know, not make you wait months and months and months on end. Months and months and months on end. There we go. So Knight of Swords, great communicator. You can talk to this person about anything, right? Page of Cups here. You don't have to tiptoe around emotionally with this person. Good stuff. I like what I'm seeing. Okay, and your last card here. Okay, I've got 2. Let me just put this on the side. Lovers. Wow, right, Lovers. So you've also got Gemini. So the signs we have here that are the most dominant, I would say, are Gemini and also Pisces. The most dominant, I would say. And I'm also picking up on Leo. I would say it's a bit more like this. Mainly Gemini, maybe Pisces. Sorry, yeah. Maybe Gemini, maybe Pisces. Could be Leo. So those are the main signs I'm seeing here. Some of you might be watching this just to confirm, like someone that's maybe in your life currently. This is also about who's coming, so keep that in mind. This is loving, kind, caring, very, very mutual, emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, socially and financially fulfilling kind of a person, right? Someone that's really there for you and someone that protects you as well. Someone that stands up for you, doesn't just like run away, you know, when things get hard. Or if someone says something, they just pretend like it didn't ever happen. It's not that person. 9 of Cups, very comfortable with their emotions as well. That's good. I like seeing that. Okay, let's see what other messages we have. Let's go with these ones, these message cards. I've got a lot here, but I'm going to take those. So this one here says, reach out to friends. could be that you're introduced to this person through friends or through mutual circles. So keep that in mind. We've got here, talk about your feelings. So as I mentioned before as well, you're going to be able to talk about your feelings with this person. No hiding things, no games, no childish tactics. Doesn't exist, all right? You can talk about your feelings with this person. Actually, I feel like they like doing that because you've got the Nine of Cups, like they're totally comfortable with it. Work-related love, that's interesting. Okay, you might meet this person again through some kind of very, like a circle that you are part of, so it could also be work-related, but it could also be that maybe you're just really interested in something like a hobby, or you're trying to figure something out, and they're there to help you, or you meet them through that particular thing, like you're trying to study or learn, you know, things like that. So that's what we have here. Like, you know, maybe study something and you find them through that. Religious significance. So for some of you, it could be very significant religiously. Does that make sense? Hold on a second. Let me get my words together. We're in the middle of like a Mercury shadow period right now. Mercury retrograde shadow period. my voices, oh my gosh, my words always get so jumbled around this time. So religious significance means that this can be a person who perhaps is religious or has the kind of same religious upbringing or religious practices as you do. This person can be very, very it can feel like, wow, I was destined to meet this person, like God wanted me to meet this kind of person. So that's what I mean by religious significance, is that when this person comes in your life, you will see the significance of this person being in your life, where, you know, some of you may not believe, of course, in God or things like that, but you'll think to yourself, wow, the universe really aligned its stars for me to meet this person. So that's the significance I see here. Okay, and then the last one we have here is be the person you want to attract. So when is this person going to come into your life? When you are the person that you want to attract. What does that mean? Be yourself, live your best life, do everything you can for yourself that makes you feel good, makes you feel happy, makes you feel strong. Work on your shadow self, work on your self-confidence, your self-esteem, live your best life, you know, gratitude and trying to do the best you can for yourself, even when times are hard. And when you become the right person for yourself, life will shape itself around you and bring you the right things to you. So be the person you want to attract, and life will give you the person that you want to attract. So that's a nice message as well. Just put that on the end there. Okay, so let's go now with the Amira's Love Oracle deck. So when is this person coming? Well, isn't it interesting? This person will come when you feel your best, when you have felt the best you've ever felt. And you will know when that is, okay? Because it will be when you least expect it. So that is when I actually see this person coming. There's not a specific time frame that's tied to it. It's different for everybody. And of course, it really does depend on you. So I think that that's quite exciting, actually. Okay, so we kind of know who's coming here. We got some signs out. We definitely got some personality traits and things like that out. I don't know if you can see this, but a lot of cards did just come out. But we got this one just dangling on the edge. So I'm going to take this one. So this says new love. Okay, so there is a new person that is going to come into your life, as we can pick up on here. Okay, this is not, I don't believe that this is an ex. I feel like this is a completely new person, and it is someone that just makes you go like, whoa, there is a real significance that this person has come into my life. Like, there is a reason. And I think that you're going to say to yourself at that time, yeah, I'm ready for this person. I wasn't ready before, but now I'm ready, and I can understand why this person didn't come in before, because I feel like some of you are not necessarily ready 100%. It's almost like the universe is like, come on, you can put more energy into yourself and boost yourself up, and then, yeah, this person's going to walk in and you're going to be like, oh, okay. It's going to happen when you least expect it, right? So some of you might be really expecting it right now. It's going to happen when you least expect it. Okay, and we've got these two cards that also have fallen. Okay, now this is really interesting. We've got here, now with your male or female, remember I read genderless. Does that make sense? I read for both, but genderless kind of situation. And what's really interesting is you've got here courting man, okay, so that whether you're, okay, if you're interested in men, okay, this basically means here that you will have someone who is courting you, who is chasing you and putting in a lot of effort, okay? Whether you're a male that is interested in males, whether you're a female interested in males, that's what we see here. Okay, now if you're interested in women, I see here specifically someone who can be brunette, but this can also be, for those of you females who are interested in men as well, this could be a brunette female, maybe even introducing you to this particular male. I feel like this more so will make sense once you've met this person, because it could also be that perhaps there is an influence in the other person's life who is a brunette. You could also be a brunette. So that's interesting. Okay, so I feel like more of this would make sense really truly when you have met the person, but there is an energy here with a brunette female. You've also got a courting man. Okay, so just keep that in mind. It's different for everyone. It gets a bit more complicated when we see, like, you know, this kind of energy, because people can't always connect to it and they think like, no, that can't make any real sense. But then it can after a while, because then you might, you know, meet this person and their mother, for example, might be a brunette female who is, you know, tempting them and telling them to, you know, figure out their love life and things like that. It happens. It happens. Could also be like a sister energy, for example. It could be you. All right, just saying. Okay, let's go for some more cards, and then we'll go to the, hold on a second, charms. There we go. Oh my gosh, this Mercury retrograde is doing some interesting rounds. Yeah, so we mentioned here that it's new love, so it says here release your ex. I don't feel like this is someone from the past. I mentioned that before, I'm going to say it again. This is someone new, which does show the energy of releasing your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. So something to keep in mind. Now, some of you might be holding on to someone from your past, which is blocking this new person from coming in. So remember what I said, right? Be your best self. Be the person you want to attract. And that is what will manifest in your life. But it is new love. So just to keep that in mind, you can't make this up. Like this video if you are impressed by my reading skills. Just kidding. Anyways, see, you got another new love card here. It's not a coincidence, and this happens a lot in my readings. So for those of you that are new to my channel, this happens very often where you know, it just is a synchronized message here. So a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. So it is new and it is new. Okay, so it's a new person. Very, very obvious to release thy ex. And your last message here is calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. So your soulmate is being called in, okay? They will come. Yeah, so what a lovely, lovely reading. Oops, I keep like feeling like I'm dropping the cards and it scares me every single time. Whew. What a vibe. What a vibe in today's reading. All right, so that's what we have right here. And let's go with your charms. Now, we're going to also do the letters as well. So I'm going to do, now these letters could be their initials. So, and it can also be words that sort of relate to the situation or the connection, should I say. Okay, so we have an E and a U. EU. See, I live in the EU, so that's interesting. We call it the EU, right? We're not going to be in the EU for very long if you live in Britain, but anyways, so that could relate to something, right? EU, countries in the EU, for example. That may not make sense for everyone, but I'm just saying. Okay, we've also got here an N and a Z and an X. See, we have here X as well. Okay, but I feel like it's more so like releasing this particular person. You've also got a C and a D, CD, and a UV. I feel like I'm just making up like 2-letter words. NZ reminds me of New Zealand. UV reminds me of like UV light. CD reminds me of CDs. What is going on here? We've got another C here, and we've also got here an E as well. CE. It reminds me of like century and things like that. Anyways, the whole point of this is that it can be initials, but it can also be words that relate to your situation. So I'm just saying, so because sometimes I say certain things and a lot of you are like, no, that like really, or yes, that does make a lot of sense for our situation. And I'm like, wow. So that's why whenever I do feel something, I do just say it. And I know that sometimes it could sound maybe a bit silly, but sometimes it really makes sense to many of you. So, you know, just take it as I saw it. But pairs, right? You've got pairs. Okay, so let's go with charms. The reason why I do it like that is because my box is really heavy. It's got so many charms that I can barely even lift the box. As you can see, like it's like almost full and it's so heavy. Like, and it actually bends as well. So I always leave it here, which is why you just see my hand reaching in, and I can't see what I'm actually going for anyway, so I just thought I'd mention that. We've got here an @ sign, so again, it could be through work and things like that, but I see here emailing. You got the @ sign as well, so this can also be on social media, for example, and you know, like on Twitter and Instagram, you can @ people, and that's basically mentioning them, so that's interesting. You've got a D here as well. You've got a camera with the heart in the middle, so this person could be very fond of taking photos and perhaps uploading them on social media. They could also be a photographer, but just have a real interest in photographing things. We've got here also a bird as well. That's interesting. Got here dog, which signifies loyalty. I think the bird here is someone that really likes to talk and sort of express themselves. You've also got the key here, so this is someone that does want commitment. Okay, as we saw also with the Lovers and the Two of Cups and the non-problematic cards that we did have here, which I think is important as well. You've got here, this charm comes out so much in my readings. It's a very romantic charm. It's the Eiffel Tower, and to be honest, I did mention EU as well, so you know, you've got France there, just sitting pretty in the middle, but the Eiffel Tower is known to be quite like romantic, and so we've got a romantic energy coming through. Could be that this person is maybe European or has, what do you call it? I don't want to get the phrasing wrong on it, but you know, when people are like, for example, they could be living in the same country as you, or you know, maybe in another country, like this person could be living in Europe, but they could also be in the country you're in and be from here. Like, for example, right, I'm Indian, but I live in the UK. So this person could be French, for example, but they could be like French American. Does that make sense? You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Just saying, okay, because it could make sense at a later date. You might be like, all right, okay, I understand. So that's what we have there. Oh, by the way, we have here the tiger eye as well. So this goes to show they're very, very strong, okay, internally and externally. And they really have very strong beliefs in what they like. They're not someone to cut off your wings. They're very positive. See, we've got the green peg here. It shows that they're very light-hearted, but also they know what to do in a serious manner. We also have the flower as well, which is about bloom and growth. And this shows here that they are someone that likes personal growth, development, could be gifting you flowers, being very romantic. You've also got here like a bunch of wheat. I think that's wheat. Okay, well, that's interesting. All I can think of is like croissants and baguettes, and I don't know why, but I just keep thinking of like French things, you know, pastries, and that's interesting. Maybe this person could really love bread, okay? There's a lot of people out there that just love food and love bread and love dining and love romantic things like that, so I wouldn't be surprised. And then you've got here imagine, so really again, it's kind of like a fairy tale, right? That's what I'm getting here, especially with there was a card here, 7 of Cups. It's about like fairy tales and kind of imagining things and the things that you could do, the places that you could visit, what you could share with one another. A lot of that is coming through here, like having a romantic meal with them, with a bit of nice bread and whatever else you'd like eating. Just saying. I'm sorry, that's so random, but honestly, it would make sense to some of you. I can feel it. Anyways, so that is what we have there. If this resonates with you, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, free reading giveaway, and of course intention items, which are on Etsy, and do take care everyone as well. Alright, so let me take away these letters. I find it very therapeutic to sort of take everything away real time, you know, in the video itself, because you can kind of see the process of things. I think it's quite nice. Okay, let's take these cards away. And these ones. And these ones. And these ones. And let's take these crystals. I just noticed something. These candles are on, but you can't even see them, so I'm going to turn them off because the battery is going to just use my remote for the other ones. the batteries are just like going to go flat, and you can't really even see they're on, so let's save some power. Okay. Alright, group number 2, hello, how are you? So this is going to be your singles reading, who's coming, when is this person coming, hopefully it will be super accurate. I have a feeling about things. Alright, so you've chosen this particular pile right here, so let's just move this huge crystal, gosh it's so heavy actually, to the side. It even has its own little stand because, trust me, it would go roly-poly if we just let it sit there by itself. And we've also got this beautiful heart-shaped crystal. It's a little bit hard to tell that it's a heart, but it is very, very beautiful as well, and that is also what you've chosen. Let's put that right there, and it also matches, those colours actually match the beautiful pattern here in these cards as well. So this is the pile you've chosen, and let's have a look and see who's coming, when. Let's see if we can get also some star signs. Let's have a look and see if we can really get into the personality, time frame. I'm going to do a charm reading as well. We're also going to get some oracle cards and other cards out as well. And also initials as well. Quite excited about that. So let's have a look. Okay, so who's coming? When is this person coming? Group number 2. Okay, so I'm aiming for 8 cards. You've got the Page of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. There's a card that slipped over, I see it. Okay, so you've got here Wheel of Fortune, Lovers, nice. Oh, we've got all of our cards, cool. So, you've got the 5 of Pentacles, Page of Swords, 9 of Swords, and the 5 of Cups. Do you know what I'm seeing here? This person's going to come, like, literally when you just feel like giving up, when you're just like, oh, I'm so over it. I am so over it. It's like they just, like, walk into your life, and you're like, what? But I'm so over it. I'm so over it. And then you kind of do, like, a double take, and you're like, what? Is this real? That's what I feel is going to happen with many of you, because I see a lot of you just feel like you're kind of giving up, and you're not really even sure if anything's really going to progress to that level. So I feel like a lot of you are going to sort of take things quite slow but steady and not just kind of rush into things straight away, especially with those 2 pages. This is you being quite cautious with things. So yes, there is someone coming through for sure, but you're going to be really cautious. A lot of you don't want to repeat same situations that maybe you've been through in the past, or accumulating someone who's quite difficult to deal with, or not accumulating, but having someone around who could potentially, you know, take advantage. Like, you just don't want that. And so you're going to do this thing where you put in a bit of trust, they put in a bit of trust, you put a bit in, they put a bit in, and it goes step by step, which, by the way, is very healthy. And I see that with the Page of Pentacles, right? Little by little, step by step. It's a connection that goes step by step. It's not overly rushed. It goes at its own time. And the Five of Pentacles here shows, because you don't want to be abandoned, you don't want to be left out in the cold, and actually neither do they. They also have a very similar approach. I feel like this person's been hurt in the past before, and they've been treated very badly, and so they also don't want to rush things. So it's going to go step by step, but in a very healthy way. Page of Swords, nice communication. It will probably start out, I feel, as very friendly, maybe not straight away romantic, let's say, but the Five of Pentacles here shows fear on both sides, right? So you may feel fearful, like, oh my god, you know, what if this person hurts me? But also on their side as well, a little bit of fear. What ifs, right? So you may have like anxiety and stress and worry, like, okay, what's this person going to say? What's this person going to do? How are they going to treat me? Am I going to be treated nicely? Are they going to be mean to me? Are they going to be nice to me? What are they going to say to me? Like, you might be quite on edge about things, but I would say that this is a very normal concern that you'll be able to work yourself around. Does that make sense? Because people do worry. It's one of those things, especially if you have been through very difficult situations, but you will be able to go step by step and not feel more of it. Does that make sense? As time goes by, because they'll make you feel comfortable. Five of Cups here again is about, you know, sad things that have happened in the past or frustrating things. So there is someone coming your way, and this person will also allow you to feel stronger within yourself, happier within yourself. You may even feel like maybe this person's not 100% your type, but then the way they treat you and the respect and the effort they put in makes you feel like, wait a second, like, this is my type. Do you know what I mean? Like, some people have such a fixed idea of what they feel their romantic partner should be and how they should look and how they should act. But actually, most of the time, opposites attract. And so you may not even realise that that's the kind of person you actually want to be with long term, or that you want. Because I feel like there's a long-term energy coming through the Wheel of Fortune and the Lovers. But then when you meet this person, you're like, you are me. Like, you are for me. And you are someone who is very special. And I cannot imagine what it would be like without you. Something tells me this person's really funny, may not be like someone you would automatically get drawn to, but as time progresses you really warm up to them and you find them so attractive after a small period of time, because the Lovers here shows that attraction builds up with time, especially with the Wheel of Fortune, which indicates time. It's attraction that builds with time. So it could also be a friendship that with time progresses, with time gets stronger, with time just is giving you the vibes of, wow, this really is the one. So that's the Ace of Pentacles as well. So that's what we've got there, all right? And star sign-wise, I'm seeing here very strong Gemini. And I also feel like we're seeing some very strong Earth as well. So Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn is very, very strong. You do also have here, it's mainly that sort of Gemini energy that I'm picking up here with these three cards, right? And then the Earth energy with these three cards. Those are the most dominant signs, right? So Gemini, and then Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Remember, this can also be for the Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Then you have got this water, but this water is not very dominant, in all honesty. So they can have water somewhere in their chart, but it's not dominant. So that's just something to keep in mind. But it could be there. It's just that the chances of it are less in comparison to the other signs. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so let's go with these messages here. Practice self-care. Okay, so self-care will help you to ease up more of those like worries, stresses, anxieties, abandonment issues, or issues from childhood that might be keeping you in fear as well. I see that they'll work on things, but also that it can help if you also work on things. When is this person coming your way? Well, that's a great. So I live by the seaside, and the ships always like do their hoot on very like special occasions, and they did the horn, but like I'm not sure what kind of special occasion it is today. I'm trying to think about it. I know that there was a really big day yesterday for Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. So I don't know what is today, but I also don't live in America, so I'm not sure. Okay, so do you know what? That particular ship's horn could actually be also signifying like a really big moment in your life where you also are watching this video, right? Because that ship's horn usually happens on really special occasions, and I feel like in many ways this could be an occasion that is spirit guides also telling you like there is some big events to come into your life and there are some big things coming your way. You're only just getting started. So you could also take that in that sense as well, because sometimes these things happen in my videos. It just happens, okay? If you're like a long time viewer of my videos, you'll know that sometimes I'll say something or I'll hear something, I'll share it with you, and then in the comment section, oh my goodness, I'm always looking at the comment section, and so many of you say how things that I randomly say actually apply so much to your situation. So I'm just saying, all right. So we have here a meeting through others. Now I was going to, don't worry, I haven't lost my train of thought. Got like ships and now trains of thoughts, but I was going to talk more so about the time frame, right? So we've also got earth signs. That's another confirmation right there. See, right? I was talking about strong earth sign energy. There it is, boom. And you have met your soul family. So in terms of the time frame, I really do feel like we're looking at sort of like a 5, right? A 5 for some kind of change, because we see these 2 5s, and 5s are all about change. So whatever situation you're in right now, it's going to change in 5. So what I mean by that is it could be 5 weeks, and if it doesn't happen in 5 weeks, it could take 5 months from now, okay? So whenever you click on this video, it's a timeless reading. So if it doesn't happen in 5 weeks from now, it will happen in 5 months from now, let's say. So that's what I'm seeing in terms of the time frame of when you're going to meet this person. So practice self-care is really about taking care of yourself, looking after yourself as best as you can, and also perhaps healing and releasing any kind of issues that you kind of face within yourself. It will make you stronger. A meeting through others means that you can meet this person through other people, and a friendship can build also with that person in that sense, because I do feel like that could happen. Earth sign, again, it's a confirmation of what I saw before, so Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy. You have met your soul family. This person will really feel like someone that you just know and you just kind of bond to. And again, this person may not be someone that you just think is the kind of person that you have on paper, like for you, right? But then as time progresses, you're like, no, this person really does match what I want in a partner, right? And so you grow to really like them. That's what I see here. And there's just that soul recognition. It's not to say that you won't find them attractive straight away from the beginning. It's just that they may be different to your normal expectations or your usual expectations or what you've had in your mind this entire time. And you may also find that it's so much easier with them. You may have in your mind that, oh my God, like relationships are a lot of work and it could be really difficult. It could be very challenging. Yes, relationships are not easy necessarily, but they're also not the hardest thing in the entire world. It is not necessarily rocket science, let's be honest. So it would just feel very easy and very flowing, and any misunderstandings can be ironed out. It just feels satisfactory is what I would say. Okay, so that's what we have there. Have the Amira's Love Oracle deck. Let's get a few of those onto the table. True gem. Yeah, you're going to be meeting a very special person. Very special, very lucky. You'll feel like this person's very lucky. Also with the Wheel of Fortune as well, it's Jupiter energy, so it's about abundance and luck and prosperity. So you're going to be meeting a true gem. We also have here the dating card as well. Enjoying the dates, special occasions. Nice. Can also mean that it's long term as well, because you have got the Wheel of Fortune with the so-called diamond. Okay, whether you're male or female, you do have that diamond right there. And we've got here fun times, so enjoying moments, conversations, places that the two of you go. We've got a lot of purple energy, very dominant in this particular reading. So, I mean, you've got quite a lot of energy here to do with the, I'd say, crown chakra, third eye chakra. You'll feel very opened towards this person on a very spiritual level, right? Again, that sort of soul family vibe. And also you'll feel like every time you try and plan things with this person, things don't really fall apart. They come together actually. So that's the universe kind of also supporting this connection, not creating extra obstacles and challenges in between. That's nice. That's really nice. Thank you, universe. We appreciate you not causing extra problems here. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. All right, so it will happen. It's worth waiting around for. It will happen. Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. So, yeah. I mean, some of you might think like, okay, is this really worth it? Like, what's going on? It is worth it. The Page of Pentacles shows that there is something to it. You'll go slowly but surely, but you will definitely feel like, okay, this is going in a nice direction, and then it builds up. And then you've got here, attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So even enjoying just where you are right now in your life can also help to bring the right thing into your life, because when you have gratitude for the little things and the things happening in your life, the universe can bring more to your plate. Stop and smell the roses. Enjoy life. Enjoy the little things. That's what I would say. Beautiful, right? You've got a lot of dominant green here, which really represents also your heart chakra being open as well. Wow, okay, that's nice. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. So let's go to your charms and your letters. So the letters could be their initials. It could also be words that spell out something to do with the connection. Let's see. Oh, got quite a few here. Okay, so we've got a C, W, got another W as well. E, I, O, O. We've got X. So we have spelt out X, so E and an X. H, D. I just want to say as well in regards to like the whole X situation, some of you, it could be an X, but what I'm seeing is that if you absolutely do not want your X, it will not be your X, because this actually is someone who you grow to be more familiar with in terms of energies. So for some of you, it could potentially be an X, but I don't think that it is for all of you. So just, again, keep that in mind. Especially if you don't want it to be your X, I don't feel like it's going to be your X. We've got here a U and a D. We've got an E. Sorry, an F. It's a Mercury retrograde shadow period, guys. Just bear with me. These jumbled up things happen. I and a V. Well, that's what we've got. We've got ooh. Ooh. Okay. ID, up, so moving upwards. This also spells a number, right? Roman numeral. Do you know what? That's really interesting actually, because you've got that here as well. Because that also spells out like 10, for example. You've got 1, you've got 2. Okay, anyways, I'm sure you guys can all figure that out in that sense, but it could be like initials. Okay, so let's go now to charms. I'm going to reach over and grab them. My box of charms is really heavy, which is why I always reach out, and also I can't see what I'm going into because there's a lot of charms in here. I'll show you actually. Oh my god. It's genuinely really heavy, so I'm going to dig deep inside. Like, it is really heavy. Okay, so we have here, we've got an E, so another one. Wow, so you've got here this absolutely stunning, just, oh my god, just look at that. It's beautiful quartz crystal. It's like a unicorn crystal. It just shows different colours and different lightings. So to me, what this represents here is that the person that I feel like you're going to be dating, because we have got the dating card, is someone who you you don't get bored of. There's just so much more to this person. It's like in different lights, this person kind of shows different characteristics and has so much to them. It's not like they show different sides of themselves or that they're two-faced, but they just, that's not what I'm seeing, but I'm seeing that they just show different facets, like a diamond shows different colors and different movements. It's one of those kinds of people. Oh, true gem, right? We're talking about like gems as well. Oh my gosh, sorry about that, guys. My setup. Okay, so yeah, they just really shine with the things that they love, and the personality just seems very attractive, very magnetic. I really feel like you love their personality, and they love to do like fun things, as we saw here with fun times. This reminds me a lot actually of like music. So they could be sharing their music with you. Could also be like a concert. I know that there's a pandemic right now, but look, this is about the future person you're going to be meeting. So you have got here the music as well. So that's something quite lovely, is that they love music, they love concerts, they love dancing, I feel, as well. You've also got here the starfish. Like, I do feel like this person probably loves like warm weather holidays or the beaches. You've also got here as well, we'll get onto those in a second, we've also got these two rackets as well, so they could enjoy playing sports. This person is also a team player when it comes to relationships as well, isn't someone that just randomly like leaves you behind. Then we have here as well, let me just look at this. Oh, this is so beautiful. This reminds me of like a sunset. It's got pink and then it kind of goes into this white colour. That's really beautiful, and I really feel again that they have different sides to them. Also, this just seems very romantic and very pretty. It's kind of like, just reminds me of like this, again, this unicorn kind of vibe. Like, they're just so unique and so different, and that's why what you really like about them is that they're different to also what you felt you kind of thought you wanted, and then they come in. Trust, okay, so again, the trust, it will be built, that's what I'm seeing, and it will be earned, which I think is important. You've also got here this petal that's preserved as well, so this here shows delicate, so they're very delicate with how they talk about things. They aren't someone who is patronising, it's not someone who dismisses your feelings and your thoughts. Like, they're very delicate with how you feel and how you do things. This person is not a horrible, mean, evil person. They're very, very protective of you. That's what we see there. And then also, again, this person is not someone who is emotionally dismissive. They also work from their intuition. They make decisions from their intuition. They are led by their gut. They know what it's like to be dismissed. So I don't feel like they would do that to you emotionally. You can talk about your emotions with them. They're very kind in that way. They're emotionally very kind. They're not cowardly. That's nice. I just thought about that and I was like, wow, that genuinely is such a nice thing. You're so lucky. You're so lucky, group number 2. That's nice. Anyways, key, commitment. Okay, so this person would want commitment. And then you've got the heart here with the 2 little hearts as well. So they would want commitment and they would treasure it, right? They would treasure it. Just like how you've got this petal preserved here in this crystal. Do you know what? The funny story about these crystals that I got here, there's about 3 of them in my charm box. So one of my aunts got married in Palm Beach last year, and she had these in her as her table decorations. And at the end, I asked her if I could take a few of them, and she said, yeah, just take all of them. And I was like, I can't take all of them. But yeah, they actually came from her wedding. So it's just so beautiful, aren't they? So yeah, all of my charms have different meanings to them, which I think is also quite nice as well. But yeah, another reason why it could be this energy of like, weddings, long-term engagements, things like that, because you have got that true gem card as well. This is someone that doesn't crack easily under pressure, because diamonds don't. Diamonds cope very well with stress and pressure. So this is someone that you can really rely on as well. Okay, so group number 2, that's your reading. If this resonated with you, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, free reading giveaway, and of course intention items, which are on Etsy as well. And do take care. Bye everyone. Okay, so let me put these in here. Put the charms in here. The letters in here. This is quite therapeutic, I'm not going to lie. I love clearing up in the actual video. I know that sounds bizarre, but hey, look, I do give you timestamps, so you don't have to watch me clear up anything, but I just find it very therapeutic. So let's these. And move these right here. Group number 3, hello, how are you? I hope you're doing well. So we're going to look into who's coming, when is this person coming, for those of you singles out there. So you've chosen group 3 here, this beautiful deck. This is the Gilded Royale Tarot. And we've got here this beautiful citrine crystal, which I'm going to put right here, along with this beautiful star green crystal as well. Okay, so let's have a look and see. I'm going to do an 8-card spread, and let's see who's coming, when's this person coming. We've got here the death card. Don't be too scared. I know it doesn't look great when you've got a death card as your first card when you're trying to ask who's coming. Don't worry, it's not always what it seems. That's the kind of message I'm getting here, okay? It's not always what it seems. We've got here the 5 of Cups as well, with the 2 of Swords. 3 of Pentacles, 7 of Swords. Okay, I'm getting a really specific message here. So let me just shuffle the rest of the cards and I'll tell you, okay? Because you've got the 3 of Wands here as well. Don't click off. If you're worried about this reading, don't click off just yet. Yeah, don't click off. I'm telling you, okay, I'm telling you. And you've got here also another 2 of Swords. That's really bizarre. My deck has two 2 of Swords. Let's grab another card to clarify that 2 of Swords. We have here the 9 of Cups. Okay. Wow, what is happening here, group number 3? I don't feel like it's what it seems, okay? So, I'm not going to sugarcoat things, but I'm also not going to not tell you what I see. So the Death card here really shows that there is someone that is going to come your way, but it's also very important to protect yourself from this person, okay? Because this person here, you may also feel it, and you will feel it, trust me, in your gut, that this person's not quite the right person. Now what happens is once you discard, or well, that sounds a bit harsh, but disregard this person, okay, then another person will come your way anyways. So what I'm seeing here is that there are options and choices around you, and right now you may not see those options and choices, but when they come, they will come, and you will have to make the decision to also navigate around people that are not necessarily the best for you. So the Death card here shows that you will have to make choices to cut certain people out. So you may find that there are a couple people that show interest in you. You will have to make the conscious decision of cutting one of those people out at some point. The Death card here is definitely showing that it can be quite challenging, because you may feel like you're deciding between 2 people. All right, so what I see here is that 2 people will come your way, and it will be a bit of a hard choice, but also you will know exactly who to cut out and who not to cut out. There can be someone who sort of, what's the word, like, comes across as really nice, but actually they have like ulterior motives, and you may feel like there's something fishy about them, but then you just feel like, oh, but they're so nice, you know, and that can also keep you tied in the situation. And then there's going to be another person who you just know is stable, is secure, is just a good person, but then because the other person is kind of like hot and cold with you, psychologically you kind of get tricked into that. So I just want to say, trust your gut, trust your instincts, and trust where you feel things are fishy. Okay, because I'm seeing here 2 very strong options, although one of them is not strong, let's be honest, but strong to the point where you want to hold on to both, and you know you have to make a conscious choice, okay? So, look, I will say that you're lucky in the sense that you get more options, okay? But one of them is really not great for you, but you will have to make that decision for yourself, right? The Death card is about cutting someone out. The Five of Cups, it's hard, it's challenging, it's a lot to deal with, okay? Two of Swords, you're tied between two, essentially. That's what I'm picking up. So it's a tough choice. It's a hard choice, right? Three of Pentacles is like three people here. It's like a triangle. You might end up in a triangle. I'm not even going to lie to you, okay? And you will feel like you have to cut one person out. And you will know in your heart who that person is, but the Seven of Swords clearly shows one person being a bit deceitful, not exactly the most trustworthy person in the world. And the Three of Wands shows another person who would actually wait for you and be very patient with you and clearly wants you and would kind of just wait there for you, basically, and be very patient, whilst the other person's kind of like maybe even doing things behind your back. So what I would definitely say is that you're going to have options in your life going forward, and you will have to protect yourself to know what is right and what is wrong. Meditation can help you a lot to strengthen your gut and your intuition and your chakras, so that when you make decisions, you feel like you're making the best ones for yourself, right? Because when you listen to your gut, it can really point you in the right direction. And what I definitely feel here with the Ten of Swords is that you will have to end a situation with someone here, because you may be like talking to two people and then you're thinking, wait a second, I want to like move forward, but I can't really move forward with like both of them, you know? So there's that whole situation, whether you're male or female. So that's why I feel like this Two of Swords has just come through. Again, it's bizarre that there's two of those Two of Swords in my deck. I do actually have two of these decks, but I've never like got both of the decks out, I don't think, to the point where they would get muddled up anyway, so I'm not sure how and why that happened, but it was meant to be. That's what I will say, you know, it was probably meant to be that both of them came out in such a strong way. And you have choices, okay? So who's coming? Clearly more than one person. So then there's that. And then of course this Nine of Cups. Now for some of you, this person, one of these people may already be around. There's another person that joins in. The Nine of Cups here shows that you must, in order to make the decision, you must listen to your true wishes and your dreams for the future. Do you want long term? Then you have to decide accordingly. Do you want someone who is stable and someone who's not going to leave your side easily? Then you have to think about that. Do you want someone who you're kind of worried about, how do they feel about me? Do they actually care? You want someone that you just know cares about you and is willing to go that extra mile for you. So that's something to also keep in mind here as well. Okay, so who's coming? Two people, okay? We already described both of those people. In terms of like star signs, got like a very strong Scorpio energy here. Remember there's two people, so I definitely see here very, very strong water sign, and I definitely see a very, very strong air sign. Could be that both of these are air signs, and then they have like their moon could be in Scorpio, like one of their moons could be in Scorpio, for example, especially the person that you're perhaps thinking of cutting out. But also, I'm just seeing water and air. Okay, so dominant Scorpio energy, but I'm also seeing Pisces, Cancer, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So just something to keep in mind, like wow, we just got so much information here. Let me know how this resonates with you. But anyways, let's go for some more of these cards. Well, you're gonna end up in a triangle, but hey, you're in the more dominant position, right? It's not like you're losing out completely. You're in a place to make decisions, so that puts you in a good place to like transform the situations, right, and to make those judgments. Let's see what's coming through here with the Love Oracle deck. Wow, okay, so got here money, work, and union. Money, work, union. So it could be that you meet either of these people like through work, through money-related activities or things like that. We've also got union here as well. Some of you might be in like a third-party situation. Look, I'm not saying that all of you are, but like some of you could be, and you're trying to figure out who else could come through if you chose to let go of like a connection that maybe you're in right now. Like some of you may feel single even though you're not, so I'm just saying that for some of you that could be the case. But the union card also really showcases the fact that you want long-term, you want commitment, and you may have, again, these two options and you're thinking which one is the best one for me, which one's going to work out, just saying. So again, it could be, you know, that this person comes through work or work-related activities. You also got money here as well. So I'm just going to leave that there. But this is also going to make sense to you in some way, shape or form without me like over-explaining it. Okay. Open your heart to others. Notice how it says others, like plural, not just other, another. This is actually a love oracle, love message deck, so that's interesting. Open your heart to others. So that goes to show that there's, you know, more than one here. And singlehood for your livelihood. Okay, that's interesting. Talk about your feelings. So singlehood for your livelihood doesn't necessarily mean that it's telling you that being single is what's going to give you your livelihood. A connection can give you that livelihood, but also making that really difficult choice can make some of you at that time feel like, oh, I wish I was just single, you know, it would be so difficult. But actually, at least you get to make a choice, right, between two people. So that's just something that could cross your mind. Talk about your feelings. So you'd be able to talk about your feelings specifically with one of them, but not the other one. So again, that's what I mean, is that you might feel like one person is really hot and cold and the other person just wants to know about you, cares about you, loves you. So you might feel like, okay, there's one that cares too much almost, and then the other one, you feel like you have an urge to chase after that person, because you know how sometimes when you kind of feel like someone's being a bit hot and cold, but then that just makes you want them more. Don't fall into that trap. Do not fall into that Seven of Swords trap, because that is essentially like rejection, telling you to want that thing more. You know, it's like human psychology. The brain does that, and sometimes we disregard what's just there in front of us and for us. So it's just something to keep in mind. Connect with spirit guides, okay? So you can pray to them and ask them for advice and information and tips. Ask them for some leads, like, hey, where's this going to go? No, but really, you know, they can help you, especially if you very nicely and kindly and politely ask them for guidance and advice. So we got here work-related love. Isn't that surprisingly interesting, considering you have the work card here as well? Boom, confirmation of some sorts. Okay, so that's what we have there. Let's go to the Oracle Romance Angel Oracle deck, and then we'll go to the charms and the letters. You have here children. Okay, so your love life is being affected by children. Could be that this person has children, but especially if you're the kind of person that does not want to do like anything with someone who has children, then this could also be the two of you like being children and having fun. But this could also be you, right, having fun with like two people and kind of being quite open to two people and dating two people and getting to know, you know, a couple of people and just having fun, like just very lighthearted, nothing super serious, and having options, right? So just saying. And then you've got here chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here, so it's almost like you have chemistry towards two people, just saying. And then we've also got here heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Okay, so that's what we've got there as well. Yeah, so talk about your feelings. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. So you can talk about your feelings. Actually, do you know what? You will know who the right person is for you when you talk about your feelings, because the one that's more dismissive towards your feelings and kind of just runs away and doesn't want to acknowledge your feelings, you will know is not the right one for you. There you go. There you go. There you go. Okay, so we now go to your charms and your letters. Well, you know, yes, some people are naturally, they don't want to talk about feelings and emotions, but I feel like for you it's so important that if someone can't connect to you on an emotional level to the point where they can't even go to the basics of wanting to know you emotionally, then you just feel like, oh, you know, forget about it. I want to talk about my feelings. So if someone's really dismissive of your emotions and your feelings, you know, they may not be the right person for you. So keep that in mind as well when making your choice. Okay, so these can be initials, okay? It can also be words that represent your situation or relate to your situation. Oh, they just went everywhere. So we got here pi is the first thing I see here. Pi. We got an R and a H. HR. U. HR, like, you know, that reminds me of like work related things as well, like human resources. We've got here N. O. So that's no, right? no, and then also nope. So you may have to perhaps say no to someone here, like I mentioned. Got another E, another H. You've also got hope as well. So there is hope. Okay, there's a nope to someone and there is a hope to someone else. So that's what we have there. We got a B. And then we've also got like B as in B-E-E. Got a Y, which also means bye, right? So you say bye to someone, but also you say hi to another one. This is actually really fun. I really enjoy doing this. Okay, we've got an A, W, and you might even be thinking to yourself, why? Why this situation? R, U, you can literally spell that out as well. R-U, like R. Sorry, I'm really enjoying this. You know, you can do this yourself, in all honesty. R-U. Okay, so we've also got another R and also a B as well. Anyway, so those are just some words, but this can also be initials, so keep that in mind as well. I'm also... Yeah, okay. I was thinking, could I spell like Aries out of that? But I actually can't, and that would make sense actually with the reading as well. Okay, anyways, let's go with the charms. Okay, so you got the crystal for the intuition, right? Third eye. So your gut is going to tell you exactly who's right and who isn't. Your spirit guides can help you as well. You've got a little angel right here. Oh my gosh, it just glistened. When I did this, it glistens. Oh my gosh, you can see like a little ray coming off of it on the camera. I hope this camera picks it up. Wow. Okay. Sorry, I get really excited about these things. You got here like a wheel. So things will turn. It's like a mechanism, right? Like things will turn. Choices make things work as well. Oh, you got like another, this person could, like one of these people could be like a mechanic or really good at fixing things, because you got here like a spanner. Is this a spanner? Look, I'm not an expert on these kinds of things, all right? But yeah, maybe someone who's like really good at fixing things. You got here like a little tortoise or a turtle. So a matter of time before this person like comes in. You've got here a little cocktail, so you might be spending some time here, enjoying some conversations and things with this person. You've got here also the cross as well, so could be that one of them is more religious. For example, you've got a key here as well, which signifies the fact that you want commitment. Again, one of them does want commitment. You'll know exactly which one it does. You've got a clover here as well, so this is also about luck as well. You may feel like the situation at times can be a bit unlucky, but it's actually quite lucky because you kind of have options and you can kind of see how it all kind of fares and what makes sense and what doesn't. You've got the sun here as well, which shows here hope and optimism. I'm not really sure what this is. It kind of reminds me of like a molecule or an atom, but it's a nice pattern. Could also be art as well. Maybe they're really into art and crafts, things like that. And you've also got a star as well. So it shows here that there is hope and optimism in this particular situation, kind of like a star there as well. So this is your reading, group number 3. If this resonated with you, let me know in the comment section below. By the way, when is this person coming? You're probably wondering, right? I feel like there is an energy here of like 10. So it could be 10 days to 10 weeks that these 2 people or one extra person, you know, because you might already have one person in your life already, but it could very much so be, because you might be single and still be seeing someone, right? This is a singles reading anyways, but yeah, between 10 days to 10 weeks is what I'm seeing here. Some of you could be 10 months, I'm not going to lie, so it could be longer for some of you, but that's what I see here, and I really hope this helps you and gives you tons of clarity, information, and knowledge, and do take care, everyone, and I really hope it helps you as well. Bye! Oh, and everything's in the description box below for your information, so the private paid readings, free reading giveaway, intention items on Etsy, and yeah, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and do comment down below how it resonated. Bye everyone!